With the November general election just 8 days away, it's time for voters to get educated on some of the big issues they'll be seeing on the November 6th ballot. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the city of Scottsbluff will be hosting a public meeting this evening at 6 p.m. to share important information with residents regarding the proposed additional half-cent sales tax for improvements that will be shown on the November 6th ballot. Scottsbluff City Manager Nathan Johnson says the meeting will inform and educate citizens on the ballot question, the projects they hope to accomplish, and the nuances of entering into a interlocal agreement with another political subdivision, which is the CRA, or Community Redevelopment Authority. Johnson points out that the money from the tax will not be used to fund the CRA.
All the money is going to be spent on projects such as mill and overlay work on Avenue B from Railway to Highway 26, east and west overland, city limits to city limits, and also 20th Street from city limits to city limits. But then we're also going to focus on stormwater infrastructure improvements, pathway projects such as Phase 1 and Phase 2 to connect both the east and west side, and then also the potential for funding an aquatic center.
Tonight, there will also be a candidate forum for the three men running for mayor of Mitchell. That will be at 7 p.m. at Mitchell High School. And the Scottsbluff-Gehring Chamber of Commerce will be hosting a candidate forum tomorrow at 5:30 at the Scottsbluff County Admin Building. Well, 3rd District Congressman Adrian Smith says the timing is perfect for his welfare reform bill, which tries to place many of those currently accepting government assistance back into the workforce with good-paying jobs. H.R. 5861 reforms and reauthorizes the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families program by refocusing its resources on households below 200% of the poverty line and making states accountable for the program outcomes. Congressman Smith says that this program focuses on the 7 million men that are currently not working and looking for employment, but accepting government help.
And we have some work activity requirements currently on the books. That tends to involve a lot of box checking. What we are wanting to do is focus on the outcome of actually getting the job and keeping the job rather than just applying for a job. And certainly given the economy what it is today, there's a lot of room to do that.
Smith says there are 6 million quality jobs going unfilled in the country, and we need more help having Americans achieve independence by getting them off the sidelines and into the workforce. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer will be in with your full week weather forecast. He'll be back with the latest forecast models right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Things are getting wild over at Paul Reed Construction and Supply. Now through October 15th, take 10% off all Wild Gear and Grizzly products. Come visit us today at our showroom on 10th Street in Gehring.
How did Arby's finally make the turkey sandwich exciting? We deep fried it. Just the turkey part, not the whole sandwich. For now.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, let's get right to our forecast. We're going to have some breezy conditions, I think, here this evening with this frontal system passing through. But then once that goes away, we're going to be dealing with lighter winds, clouds in here, and temperatures falling into the 30s. So a cold front is on the way. Cooler temps are coming tomorrow. No big chances of precip on the way, and it's just going to remain cooler out there. 73 yesterday for a high. 83 was the record, so only missed that by 10 degrees. Still nothing in the rain gauge, only 2/3 of an inch for the month. Let's take a look at your bus forecast tomorrow. Arms will come out, put the stop sign out, 36 degrees tomorrow morning, and partly cloudy skies as we go home. It's going to be just a touch more clouds, I think, and maybe 25 degrees cooler than where we were today, almost 30 degrees cooler in some areas than where we were out there today. Boy, look at right now here in the area, 60 degrees in Laramie, it's 68 in Lincoln. We've got 70s here across our region for most of us. Notice it's cooler off to the north. Lusk at 55, Harrison at 59, still 70 in Sydney, 74 in Bridgeport. That cold front kind of in this general vicinity. And in fact, as we paint on current wind gusts, you can see where the stronger winds are back behind the frontal system. So the front right in this general area right now, it's going to continue to slide off to the southeast, and these 20, 25 mile an hour winds are going to spread across all of our area and then out as we go through the evening hours. We'll show that to you here on Futurecast. So here's the wind that we have along this frontal system right now. It's going to drag to the south, and then the stronger winds will switch off to our south and east overnight tonight. We're going to be dealt with partly cloudy skies in here. Lows are going to be in the 30s, about normal for this time of year, a little warmer than normal in some areas, 34 in Cheyenne, 33 up in Chadron. Tomorrow then, the winds are a thing of the past. We'll still have some clouds, partly to mostly cloudy skies in and around the area tomorrow. Going to be dealing with quite a bit of clouds. Rain showers, I think, are going to stay off to our south. Some snow over here in southeastern Wyoming to contend with as well. We're going to be dealing with just much cooler conditions. 30 plus degrees cooler today in many areas, at least 25 degrees cooler for most of us. Only 43 in Cheyenne tomorrow, 59 up in Valentine. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, breezy near the front, and then that's going to go away. 35 tonight for a low. Tomorrow, more clouds than sun out there, much cooler, and 55 for your high. We're going to stay there. Really nothing to change the forecast beyond then. Your Halloween forecast about 55. We'll stay in the 50s all the way through the weekend into early next week. About every 2 days, enough of a frontal system will come through here to at least bring us some breezy to windy conditions at times. Rain chances, generally speaking, pretty low, but we're heading back to normal or below normal temperatures now for the next 7 to maybe 10 to 14 days.
How did Arby's finally make the turkey sandwich exciting? We deep fried it. Just the turkey part, not the whole sandwich. For now.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Why should you come out to Double L Country Store in Banner County? Because we serve locally raised beef, chicken, and bison, and our hamburger buns, cabbage burgers, and pies are homemade every day. Breakfast is served daily from 8 to 11, with all-you-can-eat pancakes on Saturday. Or join us Friday nights for Burger Fest. Choose from 6 specialty burgers or build your own. And for dessert, make sure you save room for one of our homemade milkshakes. We are worth the drive here at Double L Country Store on Highway 71, just 10 minutes south of the Wildcats.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and get up to $500 off the latest iPhone and Samsung models. Those are incredible savings on the most popular and advanced smartphones. Don't miss out on our Fall Savings Sale. Hurry into Viera today.
Welcome back. A Sunday morning house fire in Scottsbluff causes significant damage and displaced its one occupant. Firefighters were dispatched to the blaze on 19th Street and found a fully engulfed fire in the basement. Firefighter Ministry is assisting the resident, and investigators are trying to determine what the cause of the fire was. Well, a low-profile race for a Nebraska State Commission is getting special attention from opponents of the Keystone XL pipeline, who see it as a chance to derail the project. Activists are trying to flip a seat on the Nebraska Public Service Commission in hopes that the state Supreme Court will overturn the commission's decision last year to approve a route for the project. That would likely force developer TransCanada to reapply for the commission. And yesterday marked the beginning of a new era for one Scottsbluff church, as First Presbyterian Church held the ribbon cutting for their new education building. The Ruts Education Center will provide a spacious environment for learning, growing, and discipleship for people of all ages. Earlier this year, the church was able to purchase the building and begin transforming it into a space for education. Well, coming up after the break, another dominating performance from the Scottsbluff Bearcats. Chris Cottrell will have all the highlights from Friday night's playoff game right after this in sports.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Anyone who calls it a hobby doesn't understand. We know that a person's passion is what drives them. And that's why every memorial we create is a true reflection of the individual. Only a Dignity Memorial professional can celebrate a life like no other. Find out how at dignitynebraska.com.
Now, sports from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
Well, as Dick Vitale has said many times over his career covering college basketball blowouts, it was an old and seer, no contest. Talking, of course, about the Scottsbluff Bearcats round one playoff opener against Ralston this past Friday night. The postseason arrived over at Bearcat Stadium with undefeated Scottsbluff taking on 4-5 Ralston. The scoring was early and often in this one for the Cats. Opening drive of the night took just 3 plays. Chris Busby with the big gainer. That followed a nice opening play run from Jacob Krull, and now it's the big bruiser. Quarterback Sebastian Harsh with the touchdown run as Scottsbluff gets on the board. They lead 7-0 early. Now midway through the first quarter, it's Harsh again, this time covering 40 yards to pay dirt as Scottsbluff makes it a 2-touchdown lead. Already behind the 8 ball and needing to put the football in the air, Ralston's Isaac Donnell gets pressured by Harsh off the edge. He gets picked off by Keegan Reifschneider. Reifschneider not satisfied with the pick only. He makes it a pick 6, sprinting down the home sideline. His second interception return for a touchdown this year. How about 21-0 still in the first quarter? You want more? Fine, says the Scottsbluff offense as Chris Busby gets into the act with a short 1-yard plunge, and it's 28-0 Scottsbluff at the end of the first quarter. Early second quarter, and after a short variety for 6, it's Busby with a more traditional home run style run, this time covering 52 yards with some quick cutting ability in and out of traffic, and Then the speed. Oh, the speed. Scottsbluff pouring it on, up 5 touchdowns. After Ralston got their first score of the night, you've got a nice 2-play pass-run sequence here for the Bearcats. Harsh gets it out hot to Josiah Diolas, who takes it down to the 1-yard line. He knocked the defensive back into the end zone. Then Busby finishes off the drive with another 1-yarder after another Ralston 1-play drive for a touchdown. It's the Cats answering back quickly. Harsh to Reifschneider down inside the 10-yard line, and then Harsh just too much in the run game as Scottsbluff gets another score to lead 48-14. Ralston, they got all 3 of their touchdowns on 3 consecutive plays. Now 48-21, Cats still leading big, and the lack of effort apparent at times watching Ralston tackle or not tackle. Here's Busby with another touchdown run. This one covered 13 yards. Still in the second quarter? Why, yes, we are. Late second, and Scottsbluff wanting to play with a running clock the entire second half. They just go up top here as Harsh hits Reifschneider for the score, and just like everyone predicted beforehand, 62-21, Scottsbluff leading at halftime. After all of that offense in the first half, you get the running clock. The scoreboard operator catches a little bit of a break. Just this one Jacob Krull 52-yard touchdown run for either team throughout the second half. The final score at Bearcat Stadium was 69-21 as Scottsbluff now advances to play Omaha Roncalli this Friday night at home starting at 6. Roncalli 8-2. They blew out Mount Michael Benedictine in round 1. The Crimson Pride, they had a similar score in their Ralston game earlier this year, winning 63-21. Minutair on Friday, also a winner at home. They beat Wall-Till. They'll play at home again this Friday in the afternoon in what should be a dandy at 1:30 for the kickoff time against Hyannis. Postseason volleyball arrives tonight for all area teams except the Class B schools. Stay up to date on scores tonight with the ScoreStream scoreboard at KNEB.com or on the KNEB Sports app. We'll have the B8 Sub-District Tournament tomorrow here at KNEB with Jeff Kelly. It'll be a one-night event with all 3 matches taking place at Alliance. Coverage starts at 3:45 with first serve at 4 o'clock. And Nebraska football coming off the win over Bethune-Cookman, now 2-6 on the season with a road trip to Ohio State on deck for this Saturday. Adrian Martinez and the starting offense played just a half of football against Bethune-Cookman. Should be well rested for this trip to the Shoe.
Yeah, we played in some pretty tough environments already, and I took an official visit to Ohio State, so I've been to Columbus before. I feel prepared to handle that environment.
Pretty matter of fact there from the true freshman. 10 a.m. kickoff at Ohio State. The Buckeyes have been installed as an early 21-point favorite against Nebraska. That's the latest today from right here at the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's got a look at the community calendar when we come back right after this here on KNEB.TV.
Winter weather brings winter clothing to compliments for you and your home. Start with women's fashion from FDJ, Renoir, Montana Company, and many more. We have beautiful and original ladies' fashions that appeal to women of all ages and sizes. Also, remember to complement your outfit with a bag from Melly Bianco. Finally, get your home ready for the holiday season with decor that brings joy to your life. Compliments for you and your home. Open Thursday evenings and Sunday afternoons now through Christmas.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been. 'Cause where we live is still our claim to fame. We love this town, this grand old town. There's not another around. We've got it all right here.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
And finally tonight, construction on the updated and expanded Scottsbluff National Monument Visitor Center is now expected to begin in January of next year. Staff is planning on moving to a temporary trailer for visitor services and retail operations by mid-November, giving construction crews the opportunity to begin some preliminary work on the $3 million project during the winter before activity starts in full swing in the spring. Park Superintendent Dan Morford says there may be a slight impact to visitor numbers during next year's centennial celebration, but he's been working with community leaders on off-site events and celebrations with a special emphasis on the park's anniversary. Morford says the park will remain open during the construction, with only one trailhead for the Saddle Rock Trail needing to be relocated temporarily. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.